Welcome back to the Radley College tennis court for our series on skills and tactics on the doubles court. I'm joined once again by the professional from the Oratory School, Henry Henman. Today we are at the service end of the court talking about the player at the back. What is the role of this player, Henry?
So this player is going to be quite conservative in their shot making, but they're going to be asking a lot of questions of this player around the grill and timbre.
So where would we normally want to set up?
So you'd typically want to set up a little bit to the right-hand side of this court. So around 2 and 3 and about 2/3 of the way across the court.
Now, a lot of people would say that this position is you just play singles. How true is that?
I don't think that's true in the slightest. I think you're playing singles out of this forehand corner, but you're being much more aggressive than you would be on a singles court. Reason being, you've got 2 people to beat. You've got a partner up here who can also chip in and poach like they would in maybe lawn tennis, and they're trying to take off these earlier volleys, so you want to try and get your opposition into a position to feed them volleys.
So on singles, we say that roughly 3 and 4 shots hitting at the timbre and 1 and 4 going across court into the winning gallery area. Does that hold true for doubles as well?
I think that holds fairly true in doubles. You want to mix it up. You don't want your opponents to know where you're going to go for most shots. However, because you're going to be getting sustained pressure into this forehand corner, just high balls even towards that timbre, keeping this ball alive and keeping questions coming back to your opponents is going to be really effective.
So let's talk about the ball that's hit main wall, floor, back wall. It's going to give you the easy shot to put it away. How aware are you of the player on the grill side?
You don't have to be too aware. So your ball's going to be very similar regardless of whether they are back or forwards. Now your ball, you're going to hit this main wall and then just miss the timbre. And that is because the player at the front, if they have come forwards, will tend to volley that early off that main wall. And we've already discussed that that is quite a problematic shot because it's a hard one to take just off that main wall. They should be leaving that for their partner. If you go and hit the timbre and the player is back, their partner's got a nice easy ball and they can attack this corner, especially if you've driven slightly out of position to play this ball. However, if this player stays back around that grill and you miss the timbre, they're having to dig one out of that backhand corner, which brings this player, your partner, alive towards the net.
So in doubles compared to singles, how would you make use of the hazard galleries?
So in doubles, you want to be very cautious not to hit these hazard galleries during and these are the generic points where we're not playing chases. And that's because you want to be at this end, you want to look after this end and not give away chases. However, once playing off chases, be those the galleries or floor chases, it's always a great option to try and take on these hazard galleries. And that's because you've got 2 players to beat on the floor behind, around this timbre and back of the court area. So just playing it early into a hazard forces them to make that decision to either go and cover, opening up and singling out one player at the back, or they won't be able to cover because they're a bit more cautious, want to keep both players united, and that gives you those galleries.
So the other thing I wanted to ask about doubles play is in singles we see a lot of chase 2, chase 3, lots of short chases on the floor, but we see that very rarely in doubles. Why would that be so, and what is this player's role in ensuring that that doesn't happen?
So that's because you've got 2 people covering this whole court. A lot of the time when you see these shorter chases, they're either off an aggressive return, like a cut volley, or the player's been run around corner to corner and can't get to that final ball. In doubles, a lot less running for these players at the back because that backhand side is more or less covered by the player up at this net. Also, defending that first ball, that cut volley, you can be really far ahead. You can even move forwards to around chase 3 and 4 and just offset your opponent, give them something slightly different to look at, and something different might clog around in their head and force them into making either a mistake or giving you an easier ball.
Well, hopefully that has been helpful and you'll use those tactics when you're out on a doubles court next.
Oh, beautiful find of the winning gallery there from Rob. Oh, infuriating. And it is 5-3.
Played. Oh, it just keeps coming back.
Serving, looks like he's going for the railroad on a hazard worse than the yard chase.
Pretty good.
Oh, it's an unbelievable rally.
Momentum now really starting to shift towards the servers.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, Stevie!
I'm here for the celebration.
Looks like it's probably going to be the left-handed railroad.
Off pace from John on the back foot. Serve that reverse railroad.
Oh, it's gone very deep. first match point.
They've done it! Unbelievable comeback. John Lumley, Steve Virgona, 5-1, but wow, was it closer than that?
Steve Virgona, John Lumley, that first day couldn't have gone much better, 4-love after the end of it. How do you think that day went for you guys?
I mean, our game plan seemed to work pretty perfectly. We couldn't really put a foot wrong, and yeah, no, very happy with that result on day one.
Coming out of that, with especially that fourth set coming out 6-love, felt like a bit of a statement to finish the day like that.
Yeah, we definitely had the momentum going in our favour and feeling good at that point, and then all our shots were paying off, and yeah, just sort of kept it going.
Were you expecting them to come out quite as hard as they did in the second day?
Yeah, definitely. We rewatched that day one, and we were like, "There's no way they're going to come out sort of not swinging." So
yeah, you definitely want to, if you're going to go out in the match, you want to go out with leaving everything on the table and going for your shots. So yeah, we fully expected them to play that way.
What's it like? Because it's not something that many people get to experience, is pausing a match and having to resume it after a day. What's it like to have to go away and plan and rethink about how the match is going?
It's definitely more unusual. There's a few different things about it, and that you've got that momentum, but then it's basically gone the next day. You might be up on the score line, but for all intents and purposes, it's back to sort of 0-0 in that set.
Yeah, it's interesting coming into day two. I didn't feel as sort of pumped up and everything sort of going our way. So it definitely stops all momentum, and it's interesting.
So that 5-all in that sixth set, where were you thinking at that stage?
Feeling pretty good there, because we'd had obviously a rough start there with 3-love down, 4-1 down, and we sort of momentum at least felt in our favour. I know we lost that game to go. We went 5-4 down. But yeah, felt good at the 5-all. You're like, anything can happen, and let's just put together a good game here.
Yeah.
Turning to your opponents for the final, how do you think they've played so far in their semi-final match? Did you see much of it? Have you been analysing what they've been doing?
Yeah, I've managed to watch a fair amount of it, seeing as it was in the evenings when we were done, and they're both hitting the ball extremely well and look very impressive. So it's going to be a big challenge. Do
you think that they've played a few of their cards yet, or do you think they're still holding some stuff close to their chests?
I think they're going to... Yeah, I think they definitely didn't show everything. I think they've got something else lined up, but they were playing well. They look strong, and obviously Ben and Bryn did well to grab that third set on the first day. But yeah, they look solid.
Is there any change as to how you approach this match as opposed to the semi-final, or maybe the US Open final last month?
Yeah, it's really very, very similar in terms of developing a game plan and then just trying to execute. And with this game, like many others, it can be a matter of inches and who's wins those big pivotal points.
We're on the rest day at the moment. How were there things from the semi-final you had to take away and work on and practice on now that you've played a match on the court and you've got a bit more familiar with it?
Yeah, we definitely had targeted practices today on the court, specific things we wanted to try and iron out, and sort of what we've been talking about, putting things into practice in the game plan. So yeah.
And the other, slightly different part of it is the balls that we're using for the final, and we used for practice today, were used on practice day 1, and they're going to be a lot more similar to how the balls played on day 1 of the semi-final. So.
All right, Steve, John, thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, Ben.
Huge game, this one. So it is 5-4 to the number 1 seeds. Ominous signs with the back-to-back dead-ons from Camden there. Great finish. Big return for Ben here. They need this point.
Oh, Tim left it.
Oh, what a finish into the dead on Ben. And beautiful drive.
Oh no!
Turn when it's
Yeah.
a 1 yard, so I think always likely to go that way. But it's a proper set point now. And it's Cam and Tim's turn for a little miscommunication in the corner. Give it
Gonna
back
be
to
another
convention.
Conventional railroad.
Chance. Oh, Ben Taylor Matthews.
Dead on goes wild. Set point for the Brits. Chase 5.
Oh, no way.
There we go.
Bang.
Done it.
Wow. Once again, it's a set decided by 1 point, Joss.
Oh wow.
Early error.
Feels like it doesn't matter so much at 40 love up there.
So it's a little bit more of a freebie, isn't it?
See if they can close it out. It's just such a good
Integral count almost single-handedly.
Oh, Tim having his turn now.
Tim wanted to But it's looking like Tim and Cam, the reigning champs, that are set to proceed to Saturdays.
Oh, he wanted to do that with the winning gallery.
And they take it at the first time of asking the reigning world champs a dominant display.
Cam, Tim, on that first day, those first two sets, 6-2, 6-2, what were you feeling at that point?
Comfortable.
Good.
Good.
How was the play? How was the court? How was everything feeling? Were you feeling like you were in the match? You're going to do particularly well?
I mean, certainly hope so. I don't think we came here to not do well. But the court's playing beautifully. I think they've done a great job this week. Balls are awesome. It's nice to play on a nice true court with a good set of balls. It makes the tennis more enjoyable. We had a great battle with Ben and Bryn, but I think felt pretty good the whole time, and ready to fire it up.
That third set, 4-2 up, 30 love up, losing at 6-5, does that hurt a little bit?
Well, his partner is old and mentally deficient at times, so I think I went walkabout a little bit, and then when I go walkabout, Cam decides he wants to go out there and hit winners, which is not necessarily his forte. So that doesn't bode well for us when I'm not on the court mentally and he starts trying to smash. So if we stay focused and do what we've done for a number of years, we're pretty comfortable. And the court, as Cam said, the court's fantastic. It's so true. There's nothing quirky that goes on out there that will affect play.
And that second day in that first set, one that went 6-5, set point down again, looking like they were going to come back into it, and then you hit that boast off the sidewall into the grill. That's the one that everyone's been talking about. What did it feel like to hit it?
I mean, I'd like to say we've done it a million times, but obviously it's nice to pull that kind of a shot off, especially in response to like a flush ball, which is kind of annoying to get on a set point. Obviously glad it worked out, but I think we felt very much in control still at that point, and if that set gets away, it's annoying, same as the third set on day one, but didn't change the fact that I felt like we were playing well and had all the shots and everything happening that would have led for us to win the match.
Today is the rest day. Anything you're working on in particular, or is it just a case of rest the body up and get ready for tomorrow?
That's a secret, Ben.
Exactly. I tell you what we're working on.
All these ace serves, these that we figured out that are unreturnable for anybody. Come on, we can't give it all away. Today, I'd say for us today, it's more of a mental walkthrough than physical, right? You're not going to learn anything new.
No,
especially not us.
Yeah,
we can't teach an old dog new tricks type of mentality, but just trying to
be nice to your partner.
Get the game plan and strategy and everything, lined up, for tomorrow. Make sure we both understand each other and our intent and game plan with shots. And, we played together for such a long time, but every tournament is still new and different. And you got to see what's working this week and what's comfortable. And so that was kind of what today was, I think.
Yep.
Did you see much of the other semi-final?
Through the stream a little bit.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of day two, didn't watch any of day one. Rob and Nicky certainly had some opportunities to make it interesting.
Anything you took away from watching that, or is it all
same
game plan?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it comes down to us. I think a lot of it comes down to me. And from a perspective of if I can hold up my end of the game, I think we're going to be fine.
So much of this game at the top level is you're not necessarily playing. It doesn't matter who you're playing. There are opponents at the other end. We're trying to do what works for us to win points, win games, win sets. And if we do what we're supposed to do on our end, then we're way more likely to win. And so it doesn't matter if it's Steve and John at the other end, Rob and Nick, Bryn and Ben, they're just kind of opponents to us that we have to play well and do what we're supposed to beat. And obviously there's little nuanced differences, but yet again, those are things we adjust on our off days and come up with so that when we walk out there tomorrow, it doesn't matter who's there. It's just us and our game plan and our shots. And, the more of them we pull off, the more likely we are to win.
One last question. We saw Bryn bring out his lefty railroad. What were you thinking when he brought that out? And are you going to bring out your righty railroad?
At first I thought, I thought he was more coordinated than this. Then I thought, oh no, please don't ace me. And I did have a brief moment of, well, this guy's going to get a righty railroad in return. But then I remembered that I get about 2 emails or phone calls on a normal tournament for something that I say that's stupid or some action that I have, and I didn't really need to add fuel to the fire with the righty one, but it was very tempting. But luckily, I don't think either of us got aced by it.
No.
That might have been the end. That might be hang up the rackets and retire time.
Might have provided a couple giggles on our end, that's for sure.
All right, Cam, Tim, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Ben.
So here we are at Morton Morrell Tennis Court Club on court as we see the two pairs warming up. They're getting into the groove. All four still sporting their tracksuits at the moment. So I think it'll only be Tim's tracksuit trousers that we'll see remaining on during the match. I'm Benedict Johnston, and joining me in commentary for this first set of the World Doubles Final is Mr. Robert Schenk.
Hey Ben, great to be here. Really good crowd actually. This is the biggest crowd we've had. Sunny day. Some really knowledgeable spectators in the gallery. Just seen Tara Lumley, James Coyne, former World Rackets doubles champion, amongst others. So yeah, we've got Camden on screen, the world number 1 from Charleston Racket Club, age 38. But yeah, this is going to be an absolute cracker.
Yeah, I suspect their handicap movements are not really at the front of their mind when it comes to a match like this. But Cams is the best in the world.
Maybe they picked up a big win off Ben and Bryn. You never know.
A big win. So we see here his ridiculous record. The US Open's just about squeezing onto the screen. Wouldn't have done if they'd won 2026, 2015, 2017, 19, 22, and 24 doubles world champion, and a clean career Grand Slam sweep to boot.
Here's Tim. World number 6, but many-time world champion.
Aiming for that record 7th doubles world championship to add to his fantastic doubles record. Again, a career sweep, completing that in 2019 with victory in the 2017 rather, with victory in the Australian Open. Looking quite relaxed out there on court. A couple of spins of the racket, a couple of jogs around. We see here their recent records. That won their first loss in 13 years together as a doubles player, taking place in Chicago in March, losing out to Stephen John 3-1, 3 6-5s in that. Lots of tight tennis. And then their record in the World Championships: victory in Chicago, victory in Bordeaux, victory in Hobart, and indeed before that in the older formats in Hobart and Prested as well. That epic comeback in the Prested final, coming from 4 sets love down to win 5-4 on the final day.
I'd keep your powder dry here, Ben. I think they've still got to change ends again if John and Steve won the spin. Could be here a while. Anyway, here's John.
Long warm up. You're saying? Yeah, they want to get their iron. They want to get their iron. They want to be firing from the off.
Here's John checking his Apple Watch.
Heart rate at 45 beats per minute at the moment. So we're a little low on British representation in the final. We're only at a quarter, and this is the man that's doing that for us. John, of course, based out of America at Philadelphia Racket Club the rest of the year. Great that he's made the trip over here alongside the American pros to come and give us an absolute treat of tennis. We've already had a couple of people in the chat watching from America, indeed. I think we've had Max Truman.
Oh yeah,
Gavin Maxwell as well. Both.
Max Truman just texted me now. Looking forward to a big day of sport. I think he's cleared his schedule, so no lessons in Tuxedo while this is going on.
So 20 balls and watch the real tennis world doubles champs.
Fire up Yanks. God, that visa really is wearing off on you. Forgetting his Hailing Island birthplace.
I think he's actually obliged to say that, or Mr. Trump takes away his visa.
Anyway, they have swapped ends, so John and Steve will receive serve.
Who's going to receive who? That's the question. So we see here a career sweep in doubles completed with that US Open victory in 2026 back in March of this year, and a double 2-time World Championship finalist. He'll be hoping to go one better today and tomorrow.
Stevie, world number 4, age 47.
And indeed a man who has gone that step further with his victories in this tournament alongside Mr. Rob Fahey.
I just wonder why him and Rob stopped playing together.
It's an interesting question.
They lost one time to Tim and Cam, and that was it. They just stopped. But I mean, at least they had the record of most titles together. So obviously interesting to note that before Tim and Cam won their first one in 2015, Steve and Rob did beat them 6-5 in the 9th in Paris. So, I mean, yeah, great legacy, great legacy. Anyway, their recent matches on screen. So yeah, they lost those final sets on that last day, 6-5 in the 7th. I mean, it really is a marathon, isn't it? But yeah, they went 2-1 up on the first day, didn't they? And they could have gone 3-love up because it was 6-5 in the second, but that's all gone. Let us know where you're watching from, guys. This is huge. No other real tennis and rackets going on the T&RA YouTube channel today, so we know where you'll be. Ben Corson, let's go Lummers and Stevie, very good. Obviously Ben spent a lot of time with Steve in Chicago training for his Rackets World Championships, and with John as well on the Rackets court. Here are the doubles world rankings, just about extending to 10. But yeah, so we got 4 of the top 6 in the world there. Rob Fahey down at 7, crikey. Looking a little bit better than 7 after Thursday's performance, I would say. And you can see the draw there. Just one more match, just 2 more pieces of work. When I'm going through a tournament, Ben, I look at the number of rounds through to the final and I think, right, X amount of exams, that's what I've got to do. So they've passed the first exam, John and Steve. 1 more to go.
We're not separating day 1 and day 2 into
it's probably
2 separate exams. If they pass 2, this is number 3.
Yeah, they're halfway.
The real finals tomorrow.
They're halfway, and I think if you compartmentalise it into those small moments, it becomes that little bit less scary. Oh, Lazy Chiswick watching from Chiswick, shock. Let's go Team GB. So just John then. Hello, Lady Chiswick, star of Instagram Reels. Yeah, it's a lot busier, isn't it? Look at the dead on, it's packed. Susie Faulkner, chairwoman of the RTPA, Ronald Patterson, chairman of tennis in the UK, on the front row there. Neil
McKenzie getting the best seat in the house as assistant marker, calling from the corner of the dead on for today's play.
Referee, indeed.
Assistant marker, there we go. He's locked in, the #1 ranked real tennis marker in the world.
Can't wait for his announcement. This is a big day for Darren Head-Pro at Moore tomorrow, marking a huge match. He'll be nervous too.
Big day, he'll be nervous. He went across to the US Open to mark out there, which has set him up well for this tournament.
He of course marked the final, but that was from the back.
Up at the net at his home club here at Moreton Morrell. Fantastic show that they've all put on. It's speaking to some of the committee members earlier this week. It is really a 12 to 18 month process from that bid going in and being successful to then putting all of this on over the course of a week. As you see here, the players, the tracksuits are coming off. It's getting serious now. Steve and Darren having a little worse.
Stevie cracking a smile, both firm friends.
Hopefully no umpiring controversies today. We got Neil covering those faults and the back end of the service side. We've got Darren at the net, so able to see all hazards. I think the only one I've seen this week, a little bit of argument, was Neil having to dive out the way of a big Nick Howell force that then actually got missed and had to call the hazard based off of the player's call. Other than that, it's been an outstanding performance from Neil and Darren throughout. We've got
Gavin Maxwell. The tuxedo zip code is 10987. Count it down. Oh, very good. I guess when they built the gated community in the early 20th century, they chose their own zip code and they thought, yeah, let's just count it down. Ahmed just doing great camera work there. Got eyes on Darren. Oh, 6-pack. Well,
that's what a view that is. I think I'd say 8 rather than 6 then.
There he is.
Viewing figures
all
did just
eyes
go
on Darren for the announcements. We gonna have national anthems today for the players? No. Mr. Tim Edwards taking photos of the players.
Yeah, get Darren in the middle there.
Darren's small enough that he won't obscure the Pragnall
I
sign.
don't think you need to kneel down, Darren. You were below the sign already. There we go, all the players in pretty jovial spirits ahead.
So Tim
of
wearing
the
long
display.
sleeves, which is interesting because it's a very hot day.
Yeah, I wonder if it's kind of more about compression. He reckons that helps him keep the blood flowing. John does the same on his right hand arm, not his left, but
I think that's just for style.
I think style. It's all about the look.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much it does, that sleeve.
And he's got the haircut is chosen for aerodynamic efficiency, so I just wondered if the arm might be as well.
Thought you were doing work emails, but you're just opening up the chat. Kerry Blaver, come on, Stevie and John. Our home Ballarat boy in the final. Yeah, I think that was his first job in real tennis, Steve. Kerry, it's going to be pretty late in Australia. Wow. Having a late night. Great stuff, great stuff. 64 people watching. I expect that to increase as the match goes on. So it should probably 8 a.m. in America on the East Coast. Philly will just be opening up, members pouring in. Same with Chicago. I'm sure they'll have this on a big screen. I mean, this was booked as a 1:30 start.
Proper warm-up.
Welcome to Multiple Tennis Club to this World Championship Doubles Final 2026, proudly sponsored by Practice. This is a best of 9 sets match over 2 days, 4 sets of which are played today. Introducing the players, at the service end we have the defending champions, Chisholm Tennis Club and Tuxedo Park, Camden Riviere and Tim Chisholm. We have the number 2 seeds from the Racket Club of Chicago and the Racket Club of Philadelphia. We have Steve Virgona and John Lumley.
Stay here, guys. Strap in.
Please can you make sure your phones are on silent and respect the players at all times. Make sure the rally is finished before you celebrate. Thank you. Serving, please. Tim to serve, Steve to receive. Double.
Here it is.
Chase the door.
Interesting start from Tim, obviously serving to Steve, so it is right and left combo.
That's it up.
Nice great ball from Tim.
Do you think that decision is them wanting Steve returning Tim, or do you think it's more about wanting John returning Camden? What do you think the thought process is there?
It's all about that right-hander serving to the lefty because of the railroad. You can just get so much more spin on that right-hand railroad. Anyway, 3 errors from Tim, and that's 40 to John and Steve, but it's shaping up like an interesting game. No real rhythm yet. Steve going really soft to Tim down the line, which obviously has resulted in one Tim winner, but nice serving from Tim as well. You'll notice his exceptional length on that railroad, going floor first, forcing Steve to kind of cut a backhand. He can't generate as much pace off that ball, so great serving from Tim, I think. Chase the door speed.
The door.
Wow, look at those new balls. Look how that's reacted back. It's gone like a leg break, like his first serve of day one.
45 degrees.
Is John going to go railroad to Camden here?
Little spillage, I think. John just drying off his hand.
Interesting.
Level.
Here we go. It is the railroad to Cam.
You were kind of talking in the pre-game show about the new balls reacting differently. You see how high that ball's bounced off the floor?
Yeah, I mean, I think John will be pretty happy with that as a return from Cam. It's another error from Tim, and slightly ominous signs against the world number ones at the moment.
Oh, Stevie. I mean, yeah, ominous if this continues for another 6 games, but it's still pretty early doors.
Great hands from Stevie there. That one just catching the underside ledge of the dead on. He managed to react quick enough, and Camden's tweener not quite coming off.
It's going to be tough with these new balls, mate. I mean,
it's just the extra yard as it comes off the wall,
it's
isn't
just
it? Makes it a
quicker,
bit harder to catch up to.
different bounce, more energy in those balls. They're just that much heavier, firmer. I mean, also naturally a bit of adrenaline coming through. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy, and I think it's beyond comprehension. Kind of being in that World Championship final. I mean, we'll probably never get there. Let's be honest. I just don't know what these guys are feeling.
Probably not doubles. Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's be real. Probably not.
I can see you in a singles one. Give it a few years.
Yeah, that's a serious vision. 40 love anyway. More than a yard to beat.
Cam opting high serve.
Lost it.
Yeah, well left by Tim, just moving across there. Covered last gallery, which would have beaten it, but let it drift into second. It's a little loose.
Great tennis. That's super ball from John. He's made that look so easy off that half volley off the tam, but I mean that's an incredibly difficult shot to get that angle as well. Superb.
There's a good find into second as well.
Yeah, really good find. I'd agree. I mean, they've definitely started faster, haven't they?
They started fast. I mean, it's early days, but I mean, there definitely seems to be a pretty concerted effort to target Tim. The only ball there played to Cam was that forehand where John didn't really have an angle to get back at Tim, but every other one he's tried to fire at the older man.
Too good for Steve.
Great finish. Not a lot of angle, but pops in the houses anyway.
I think I can hear Lewis Williams there and Chase the Door, supporting Steve and John.
And much like the US Open final, it's a 2-love speedy start.
$15 love.
It's gone out, it's unlucky.
Again, that spin from the new ball was kind of really coming into play, because that serve was a bit deeper, a bit higher. It looked like it was going to be an easy force for Tim, but just jagged away a touch more than he was expecting. He sort of ended up at full reach, but Steve will be trying to get this one a little bit shorter into the neck.
Chase, 4 yards.
And that will look like a better length, but Tim has annihilated it into the nick at the other end of the court. Wow. Good shot.
No.
You see there, John backhand volley that perhaps you'd expect normally to aim towards kind of a grey corner, puts it straight back at Tim. You see there again, that final ball there going into Tim's corner of the court. Cam can't cover it. It's clearly a pretty concerted effort to target him early
John
on.
just took that extra step on that backhand volley just to generate a bit more angle to go towards Tim, and it was low back wall, going to be tough with these new balls.
Yeah.
Tim finding the penthouse and a great finish from Steve. I mean, again, Camden knows this is going to happen. He knows he's getting put in the fridge a little bit. This won't phase him at all.
Service point.
Great finish.
15-14.
Has he touched that?
Call his chase.
So left by Cam, crossbar out and chase.
Yeah, pulled his racket out of the way just in time. I think, making a little joke that Tim should have covered that one after he left it. I think only Camden could have covered that one.
Again, in that first set in Chicago, I've heard Cam talk about this, and Cam's like, we literally couldn't have played worse on that first day, and they ended up 2-all. So I'm not reading too much into this slow start.
In the World Champions, rather than the USA.
This is 2 years ago, yeah. I just think it's part of a World Championship. I think natural flows of momentum.
Yeah. Very happy with that one. Could have found the floor rather than the
just part of the game,
rather than net, but it is 3-love as a result of this fast start from the world number 2s.
Wow.
Yeah, great call from Steve.
Steve pushing that ever so wide. Tim couldn't cut that off on his backhand.
And again, the extra spin from the new balls just cutting into Camden. He couldn't get around it fast enough.
Another product of those new balls, I think with older balls, that grips more, misses the main wood timbre. Awkward for Cam.
Out of court.
It's one of yours, isn't it, Ben?
40-love.
That'd actually be the hardest I've ever hit a ball if I did that. Again, just a bit of extra bounce into that corner.
That's reacted completely differently to that Steve volley off the penthouse.
You can see, Cam's in there because if it cuts down, he's got to be in there to cover it, and it's just popped up about another extra 2 yards. Oh, great hands for both of them.
Wow. You can't really see on the stream how quick that ball's come. Great volley from Steve.
Great anticipation, get up there. I mean, pretty great hands from Cam as well, but gave him another bite of the cherry.
Serve.
30-love.
That one bounce was good, forcing Tim to volley.
Yeah, he wants him leaning forward onto it as well, I think. Just kind of hopefully getting a little bit low on him. Makes it hard to get back over than that. First error by John and Steve. They'll be keen to accelerate as fast as they can towards this first set, not give Tim and Cam a chance to get into it. And that'll help. That'll really help. What a serve. Again, just a bit of extra kick, bit of extra spin. Gets fast on Tim. And look at that service points 1 percentage.
impressed with John's backhand volley today.
So solid. He's moved, as you say, he's moved his body really well when he wanted to redirect towards Tim, and that's a really, I think, great game there for them to win, because they just haven't let Tim and Cam get back into the set at all. 5-love lead.
They're going to switch returners. This will be a bit of fun for you guys at home. I don't mind necessarily talking through this passage of play. Yeah.
Time, please.
If you're wondering what's going on, just to explain, Cam and Tim are conceding the set. They're going to get to 40, and they're going to switch returners. So Cam is going to take Steve's serve.
I think John could try and serve a really long caterpillar here and get a hazard chase.
40 love.
Yeah. So either Cam will get a chase just to mess with John and Steve, or they will just concede the set and switch returners.
Yeah, I thought so. Long caterpillar.
So
get the hazard.
John's tried to get a hazard. He's tried to get a hazard.
I told you. I thought he might try something like that. Love that. Love a bit of tactical chess on day one here of the World Championship Final. So it is an amazing first set to John and Steve. I'm going to hand over for the second to Mr. Chris Lintott to talk you through the
light
second
work,
set.
Ben. Light work. Had about 10 minutes to commentate on there.
In the side galleries as people realised that Camden was giving up that sixth game.
Did people think he'd just lost his mind?
There was some confusion. Presumably they wanted to swap over, and they've in fact done that. So it's now Lumley to Chisholm. Will that bring a change in fortune? Astonishing start here at Baltimore. First set to the second seeds. We said on the pre-show, John and Steve need to come out with all guns blazing, and they've certainly done that, taking a first set and an early lead.
Time, please. 15-30. Gallery.
Great play. See John there on the boasted volley defence, trying to get it over to Tim's side.
Camden making a step there, looking harried as the prospect more the ball. As they swap, Rob, tell us what happened at the end of that first set. Why did Camden give away the set? All right, he's 5-love down, but he chose to throw that away. Remind us what's going on there.
We kind of briefly touched on it when it was going on. Obviously, Camden recognising that Steve was having a field day serving to Tim, so as the receivers, they can elect to decide who serves.
But they have to be at the receiving end when the set ends.
Yeah. So obviously Camden just deliberately tapping balls.
40-15, receivers lead, chase the last gallery.
We've now got the preferred pairing for the first seeds, but it's Lumley and Virgona with a chance for the first game of this last set, chasing last gallery. Chance here for Camden. Clinical, 30-40.
30-40.
Chisholm to serve for the first time in the second set.
Well.
So it's right-hander to right-hander.
A less conventional way of setting up.
No.
That's gone.
That's down.
And this is the first time they've got to 40, Cam and Tim.
Yeah, the statistics are very one-sided. Something like 26 to 6 points in that first set, and 95% of service points for Lumley. And
that's very honest from Camden.
Called it down.
Yeah, he called it down himself.
Gives the advantage to the receivers, who already have a 1-love lead. See Steve's fired up there. Tim trying different serves.
Oh.
That's no good though. Can't serve there.
No bad thing. With the chase already in the bank, they won't be too disappointed there. I would kind of draw your attention, Chris, to that first set of the 2014 World Championship where Camden beat Rob Sixlove.
In the singles. Yeah.
Obviously going back 12 years, I remember watching that at school and I was thinking, oh my god, this is it. Camden's winning this like 7-love, no problem.
Yeah.
It's just very much flushing out those nerves. And I wouldn't read too much into it. I honestly think this set is going to take a very different turn.
Fine. So you'd still say you still say Cam and Tim are favourites.
I just think they've got every chance of making it 2-all.
And we can see that one-sided first set there, but it almost helps them.
4
I think that
points.
It almost helps them that it's gone so quickly. You know, it's gone, dusted, dealt with. It's very different from losing a 5-all battle. Here we go. Juice in the second game of the second set. Oh, flush.
No
Wins
way.
it. Beats
No.
better than 2.
Beats
Better than 3, rather. Yep.
I mean, I was surprised Cam didn't take on the dead on. He was that far up court, but...
Alright, hazard chase here. Wow. Could be the moment, that.
It is.
And it is. That's the game. Could the entire day have turned on a flush return off the penthouse? It is, I think, 1 game all. Nope, 1-love.
This is insane.
Last gallery.
Oh, amazing.
What a rest.
Camden, amazing.
John finding, even on the volley, a way to get Tim into the game in front of the tambour. When Camden's given the chance, ends the point. Last gallery, good tennis. Steve's short serve here. Camden on it.
Out of court. 15 love. On fault. Thank you.
It'll be interesting to see how Camden rises to this. I think he's very confident in an A-B pairing of taking more of the balls.
They were 40-15 up in the first game just a few seconds ago. They're now 30-love down and 1-love down. Worm turning.
Thank you.
Great defence.
Wrong side. For love. I don't mind that boasted defence from John and Steve getting it onto Cam's backhand rather than forehand, but it looks like Cam is dominating the hazard end now.
Yeah, he's suddenly gone for, in the first set, he looked like he was being caught out by the ball. He wasn't expecting it. He's switched on. He does have this turbo boost button that he seems to be able to press for a couple of games.
What's the boosters on?
Yeah, the question is, can he sustain it?
Yeah, he can.
He can.
You don't
You've
stay
called this
number
one
one
early.
for this long, like without just having that extra gear.
Service lead. Chase the last
Again,
gallery.
they'll figure it out. They're the best in the world.
They are, and they are very nearly 2-love up. It's 40-love, and the Chase's last gallery.
Oh.
Camden Riviere dominant from the service end in the second set. That brings up 2-love, and one senses the game is afoot. Did you read this?
15-love.
Pretty tricky defence when Tim's still in front of you.
Yeah.
Not bad from Cam though, covering both sides of the dead on.
There's definitely even given the fact they're ahead in the set, there's a lack of fluency from Cam and Tim that we saw earlier in the week. Things like that didn't happen to them earlier on, and it gives them a great chase and a 30-love lead for the receivers, the second seeds. Pretty good shot.
15-30.
With better than one bank, they're going to have to put those loose ones away.
Yeah, big point. And Camden draws the error from Steve, 30-all.
Even bigger point.
Giant point.
Oh, wow.
My co-commentator nodding there as Tim dealt with what he was given. And it's 40-30 to Cam and Tim for a 3-love lead. They are attacking a very short chase. I think it's around a yard.
I mean, that was awesome. And John's feet getting slightly caught out by that serve at 30-all.
You can see he's frustrated there. Thanks to the T&RA in the YouTube comments who are pointing out that first set was the first time that Tim and Cam have been bageled in any competition since 2014. Nick Howell and James Stout. It's only the third time that it's happened. Might it go the other way here? Attacking better than a yard. Loses it.
Good lead from Steve.
Second juice of the set. Unbelievable from Tim.
I can't believe Steve's gone that side. I think the grill corner was open. I'd have gone down there, but he's not to know.
Advantage receivers. Straight back. Oh, and an error! An error at a crucial point. 40-all. Consoling fist bump.
It's not game point, Chris. Juice.
Sorry, juice. Thank you. I've been playing handicap tennis this morning. I'll explain handicap tennis to you in a sec, Rob.
Too good. Great ball from Tim. Great composure.
Yeah, it's pretty clear they want to be down the service end at the minute.
Is that in?
Oh, right in the corner.
God, he didn't mean that. No, he didn't. It was funny actually when you were talking about Cam putting the boosters on. I just received a text from James Coyne using the last gallery right now, and he said, "Looks like Cam's turned the engine on." So, plenty of people thinking it. Plenty of people thinking.
Just a reminder, you can get in touch with us via the YouTube comments. Do let us know you're listening. You need to subscribe to the channel, and then 5 minutes later you'll be able to talk to us. Or if you know us, you can text us. That'll work fine too.
Yeah, exactly. If you know us, if you're lucky enough to.
I'll be giving out Rob's number later in the set. This is incredible tennis. Great response after
so good, isn't it?
A surprising first set. Tim serves. That was made by the serve, wasn't it? Down the line, John had to pat it back.
3-zip.
3-zip.
Game servers. That's 3
What do you
games
reckon? Bagel?
Seen it happen. Psychologically, just quickly, well, I've got some time. when you do get a bagel set and then all of a sudden something changes from your opponents,
it's almost more frustrating. Oh, just missed the grill, but that's a stroke.
well, you can get these shifts in momentum because you keep doing what you were doing. Then if they change, all of a sudden you're completely taken aback.
And if what you're doing was working, it's tempting to double down on it and go faster.
Correct. And you see how they're still trying to pick on Tim. Tim's level has increased, but the scoreline has not gone the same way.
That's it.
Oh, Tim Chisholm,
lovely.
unbelievable ball. Unbelievable touch.
30-15 the servers.
15.
They've gained confidence to put Tim at the back there. Cover the court. But an error in that case.
30 all.
That wouldn't be too hard. Wouldn't be too hard on Tim there. He's had a pretty good set so far.
Just dropped down off the wall there. 40-30 the service. It's interesting. Even if John and Steve lose the set, the difference between 6-love and 6-2 is going to feel enormous, I think. Got to get a game on the board. And they start by getting that chase there.
The biggest thing now, Chris, is for John and Steve to get on the board in this set.
Yeah.
If they can, as you say, if they can get to 1, if they can get to 2, it'll feel like something to build on.
And they feel like they've answered
the
questions that are being asked of them.
I mean, you need, you see how much better Tim and Cam played nicking that first game. I'd call it a steal from 40-15.
Yeah, it was for 40-15, yep. What's interesting, I don't think the change in momentum's got much to do with the change of server. Actually, I don't think that's made
Tim's played a lot better and Cam has just been
stepped up. 30-40. Servers trying to claw their way back into the set. The chase is worse than 3.
Lost chase.
Back to Juice.
Juice.
4th game of the second set, 3rd one that's gone to Juice. They've all gone the same way so far. Can this be different?
Great ball from Tim again, finding the first gal. I think he's at the door actually, sorry.
But he's happy to go for that. Those higher galleries, win the serve. It's made a difference. Still at Juice.
Great ball
game. Yeah. Backing themselves to win from the service end on short chases there.
Little bit of frustration from John. He doesn't generally give much away.
No.
And he threw that ball quite angrily. It's almost like they're trying to find some level.
Yeah, you can watch them. They're taking a bit more time on the changeover, which they're entitled to do. But you can see there's one pair keen to get on with this. Keep pushing.
13-minute set, so those 3 games have already been longer than the first set.
3 juices out
I
of
think
4.
you're spot on that because it went so fast, it actually.
It's almost like it didn't happen. Of course, it counts on the scorebook though. So
Chase the door.
Comment here saying that the line of beers behind the dead-on appears undepleted all tournament long. We've got great staff here at Morton Morrell and volunteers helping out. They've been recharged. Chase the door here.
Out of court.
Advantage to the receivers, who now have to beat first gallery to take their first game of the set. They're 3-love down in the second set. Oh, just dribbled over, but lost the chase.
Lost it. The crowd thought again that John was taking that and it was a winner the second hit of the tambour, but obviously
back to Juice.
These guys are great at retrieving.
Yep. Crowd anticipating points here.
Hazard worse than 2.
This is becoming a battle for the service end. Both teams happy to take short chases or hazard chases. Just turned it to the dead on.
I think that's John and Steve's first dead on. I can't remember the
I think that's right. Yep, there we go. Feels like they're beginning to get a bit of their confidence back. They were rocked by the way that Cam and Tim came out in the second set to win things back, but it feels like they're back on top.
They just need to get on the board psychologically.
Yeah.
Advantage servers.
Big difference between
Chase,
4-love and 3-1.
Hazard, worse than 2.
I mean, here we go. Hazard to defend.
No, thank you.
Call down. That is the game. 1 game to 3. Lumley and Virgona on the board.
Good finish from John. He won't be able to do that tomorrow with the slightly older balls.
Crucial 5th game.
Again, staying low. They've got one back there. Cam and Tim.
They lead 15-love. The pace is incredible.
I think John wants Steve to do slightly more on that volley when he does get one on the strings.
Yeah. It's being outmuscled at the minute in this game. 30-love. Oh, that's a lovely shot.
Classical. Really, really good shot here, which you get a good reward for.
And a mix-up as well. Hasn't done much of that. 15-30. Oh, just cut down there. It's first trace. Receivers lead 30-15. 15-30, I should say. 1 chase. And that's 40-15.
40-15, 1 chase.
I mean, you'll remember, Chris, on Thursday that John and Steve were 3-love and 4-1 down in that second set against Nick and Rob. And they came back to win. I think doubles, there's so much going on and the points are so drawn out that I don't think this set's over. Even though
even at 4-1?
It's not over for me. I think there's still like momentum shifts which are going to take place. I'm impressed with Tim. He's come back strong here. I mean, it would have been easy to be rattled, and he's playing a lot better.
And the momentum matters. We keep coming back to this point, but even if Cam and Tim go on to win the set, John and Steve probably would have taken 1 set all, and the difference between winning a couple of the next few games, going into the third set with confidence, versus losing 6-1, it's going to make a big difference. Let's see what they can do.
Lost it.
Won it.
Whoa. Now, that would not have won the chase on every court in the world, let me tell you.
It won the chase here. The marker is always right. It's 30-40. That's too good. Goes out. Means we never need to talk about that chase call again. Doesn't matter whether...
No, it wasn't about the call. It was about the bounce, right?
Yeah.
Normally that bounces out to worse than 3.
Yeah, 4-1. Yeah, the dead-on wall here cuts.
Yeah.
If you cut, it cuts. 4-1. Winning gallery.
Oh, wow.
First one of the morning, or the afternoon, I think.
Yeah. Great shot.
15-love.
Tricky ball from Steve. Slightly framey.
Unlucky there. Just sort of dropped it.
Just hear Tara saying good shot to her brother. Very good.
Yeah, the Lumley family situated just behind the door.
Time, please.
Much higher percentage for both teams on the service end than we've seen in these championships so far.
Strokey, wow.
Point at the service, 30 all. There's Tara and Penny Lumley. Tara, of course, one of the top women's players in the game.
Lewis Williams.
Lewis Williams, Leamington heading to Newport. Camden serve, 30-all. Mistake from Tim brings up 40-30 for the receivers. Beginning to edge their way back into the set. That's a great shot by Steve. Waiting on it, hit the dead on.
Not sure how that's crept in, but it has.
2-4.
Game, that's 2 games to 4.
This really is the crucial 7th game. Huge difference between 5-2 and 4-3. There's the champions who take the first point. Pressure telling, 15 love.
15 love.
Wow, that's amazing from Steve.
How high up the timber was that? That was amazing. 15-all.
Oh, none of them. Slightly surprised Camden went right side of the timber, not inside the timber there. Probably didn't know where Steve was. Either way, not to worry, they won the point.
Found the gap. There do seem to be gaps on both sides today. It's 30-15 the service.
Down the middle solves the riddle for Camden.
40-15.
This for 5-2.
Into the galleries. Great get from Camden. Scooped it up the back, forward immediately for the aggressive play.
I think Tim's was just as good. He had to move back quite a long way to take that backhand volley out of the dead on. Great point from the reigning world champions. If this does go 5-2 and John and Steve are at the hazard end, do you think they change servers again? I mean, I personally wouldn't give up on the set. I think just string together a few good points. Maybe if they go 30 love down at the hazard end, probably
different at 5-2, isn't it? It's not 5 love, and you know they don't have Camden's confidence and belief.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever kind of worth bidding it from 5-2. I think definitely 5 love.
Well, it's 40-15 the receivers, and it's second gallery.
It's the second gallery.
John's backhand volley's been amazing today.
Yeah, hasn't missed one, has he? 30-40.
Missed. Chris, this is a massive point.
It's a big point. Here's the serve.
Out of court.
Oh, and it's out.
Oh, it's into the night sky. 5 games to 2.
Receivers lead 5 games to 2.
I'm going to call it the afternoon sky, if that's all right, just for accuracy's
No
sake. But it was high, and it was not what they wanted. 5-2 to the receivers, who I suspect will be staying at the receivers' end if they can help it. Reminded that they switched after the first set. Karen's instigation.
Chase.
Great line.
Lovely shot. Stroke.
3 and 4.
15 love. Oh, sorry, it's a chase, not a stroke, so they will be changing ends.
$15 love.
Now it's 15 love.
Great shot from John.
Yeah, good
Tim
pressure.
Tim had to volley that. I think that was going towards the nick.
15 each. John did well to move with that ball, didn't he? (30-15).
30-15.
What a rally. What a rally that is. Amazing from John and Steve. Some amazing volleys there.
Camden looked in control of that, but their defence was sound, and eventually they got the chance. It is 40-15, but they have to go down the receiver's end, attacking chase 3 and 4. It does open up the choice, if they want to throw the game and control the choice of server for the third set. I don't think that's what we'll see. They've done this much work. I think they'll fancy themselves to claw their way back into the set. It's 5-2 to the number 1 seeds and the champions, and 40-15 to the challengers.
Chase 3 and 4. 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Just dribbles down beside the timber there. That's 30-40. A second chance for Lumley and Virgona here. Take this 8th game and keep this second set going.
Oh!
Nearly the winning gallery. Hazard second. Cam throws his racket. Riley, I think he looks pleased with himself for going for it and slightly disappointed at the outcome. So it will bring John and Steve up to the service end. They are 40-30 up in this game. One does sense the momentum is beginning to even out again from what started off as a very one-sided second set. We're now even Stevens, but it is Camden Tim who have the 5-2 lead. Can we make that 3-5? Peppering the timbre.
It's over.
We've got Hazard second we're playing here. That's the grill.
Oh, wow. That's the best point we've seen today, Chris. That is the best point we've seen today. Unbelievable from Virgona up there. Unbelievable. Some of those balls were going like a rocket.
But 40 all.
Camden knows. Camden recognising how good that was.
Still came away with the point. 2 points for the set for the receivers. And they bring up the first set point.
Chase. 3 yards.
And that chase could be crucial, taking Lumley and Virgona down to the receiver's end. They're a set point down. Reminder that service end, the serves were switched at the end of the first set. And I think John and Steve will want to swap back, judging by the results. And they're a set point down. With a chase pending. murmurs from the crowd as we settle in
servers.
to these 4 sets that we'll see today, the first 4 of up to 9. Here we go. Camden serving for the set. Steve chooses to hand in the set, keep the receiver's end, and we'll see a change in server once again as I'm joined with thanks to Rob Schenkman, once again by Benedict Yorston. Interesting tactical battle. Interesting.
Absolutely intriguing, and I mean, I think another element added to it by the John and Steve ending at the receiving end.
Yep. So Camden now serving to John. This first game's crucial, isn't it?
It's a stroke.
Absolutely. I mean, we're back to...
That's called a stroke there, so 15 love to the servers. And
yeah, we're back to the pairings that we had in the first set, which obviously went the other way. So far, it's been entirely on what the pairings lined up were. So
yeah. The story of the match will be written here. Is it about who serves who, or is it about a slow set like from Camden and Tim, which they've recovered from? Let's find out. Great dead on 50 more.
Lovely finish from John there. Nice doubles line, sort of 2/3 across. Cam can't reach it. Tim can't reach it. Threaded the needle beautifully.
Chase. Boy out.
Good chase there. We've seen a few more of those fat boasts into the back corner today. That's not a tactic that either team used in the semi-finals. Lovely fade from Tim. And finished off. 30-15.
30-15.
One chase pending though.
Yeah, great hands from Cam there. Not overhitting that one, just getting it to die off the back. Cam just looking a little bit awkward there, and a little bit of pain, perhaps. Hopefully nothing more than a bit of tightness, as we see here the set 2 summary on screen. Serves on percentage right up there for Cam and Tim. Spent more time down the service end as well, so really clawed the way back into that set. The decision to stay at the receiving end, change up the pairings of serve and return, really paying massive dividends. They might be a little bit frustrated to have won that set from the service end, allowing John and Steve to get back to the original setup, but you know, they'll take the fact they're back to parity after that 13-minute first set.
A hidden part there was also their dominance of the service end. They laid more chases. They were happy to get down to that end. So as well as getting their preferred pairings, was also that. Here's Lumley serving still in the first game of this third set.
On the chase, better than 4.
Beats that.
Yeah.
30-40. No, sorry, that's the game to the receivers.
That's the game to the receivers, beat the chase. It was impressive in doubles being chased 4. Yep. So a good start, because they've already now got more games than they did in the entire first set when it was these pairings previously. So positive start.
Yeah, continuing the momentum. Slightly grim looking Steve there. Knows how important this set is.
Yeah, good line from Cam. Wants to get down the service end. Just a little loose on the backhand from John early on in that round.
Second gallery has been a common shot during these championships. Just good enough to get you the service end. Neither the pairs prepared to send somebody up to defend that in normal play.
15 love.
Good serve though. 15 love. It was really from the service end that Virgona established dominance in the first set. It's got to find that serve again. Going to grill, 30 love.
Lovely little finish there.
30 love. 30 love.
Great to see a full dead on as well. Side galleries are packed. Capacity crowd watching this excellent tennis. Oh, he's got that. No, just out of court.
Great effort from Cam. I think Steve's really benefiting from these new balls here when serving to Tim. Just because you're getting just a little bit more kick, a little bit more kind of pace off the penthouse, which is just causing Tim to not quite be able to control his returns. That one there going up onto the penthouse. So just that little bit more.
You can see he's really whipping round on that shot
round it,
there,
and you
isn't
see
he?
that was just the ball in the previous rally that I think John would have wanted back. It was just a slightly loose backhand, having got a kind of weak return from Tim again.
So it's 40 love the receivers, who are 1 love down in this third of 9 sets. Here's the serve.
Well, hopefully third of 9.
I'm sure, yeah.
If we go the
Guaranteed.
distance.
1 all. That's an important game, having come out of the blocks fast. Lost the second set, lost the first game of the third set. We're now back even. 1 set all, 1 game all. Content to let that drop for a hazard. No strokes, 1 chase.
Thanks.
Stroke, cool.
15 love.
15 love.
No. 1 and 2.
Short chase.
2
Ball's
chases.
dropping like a stone there. 2 chases. It's almost, I think, for the players. The 2 sets have been played at a frenetic pace. It's going to feel like the start of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, 13 minutes for that first set. You kind of blinked and it's over.
Yeah.
As Kelly P tuning in, wild rallies. Got to learn that Virgona serve. Yeah, it's a brilliant one for doubles. Obviously, with singles, you don't really want to serve that because you haven't got the time to recover all the way to the other corner.
Yeah.
But for doubles, you get so many more angles, so many more options for the serve.
Lessons available in the Chicago area, I believe.
Good depth from Cam getting that onto.
15 all chase.
Just
Awkward,
toes there.
niggly length that.
Yeah, tougher chase to beat now than
All right, 1
1
and 2.
and 2.
Lost it, worse than 2.
Nope, no good. 30-15.
30-15. Chase, better than 6.
Another chase. It's getting a bit scrappy out there. Balls hitting chases, stuff landing on the floor that you'd expect these players to get. Again, I wonder if it's the new ball effect.
Yeah, I think there definitely is a pretty big element of that. I mean, that one there again, pretty standard ball for Cam, you'd say, but probably just a little bit more bounce, a little bit more pace off the floor.
I think it's also the speed and the spin that these players are getting on the ball. We're seeing errors that, not quite unforced errors, but errors that they weren't making in the semi-finals on both sides of the net, actually.
Absolutely. I think that kind of plays into John and Steve's game because both of them boast the ball quite a lot, and I think anytime you've got balls just picking up a little bit more spin, a little bit more pace, both can just get that little bit more awkward. It's a bit less predictable.
Okay, 40-15 the receivers, ready for aiming for a lead in this third set. Great pickup.
Yeah, leave that alone. That's lost the chase.
Last gallery.
30-40.
30-40. Oh.
Uncharacteristic error there from John as Cam gives
40 all.
Tim a light-hearted but hard time for leaving one of those.
Yeah, you heard a groan go around the spectators here, entranced by this. Sets up return.
Oh, beautiful hands from Cam.
Yeah, perfect length that, wasn't it? So that's advantage the servers.
Back into the lead in the match.
They're winning the juices, these two. Great hats. Oh, and into the net. That's the game to the servers. Cam giving credit there to Tim for the volley up at the net. 2-1 to the champions.
Yeah, such great hands from Tim. I mean, John's had pretty clear ball off the back penthouse there. Plenty of time to pick his spot, and he's nailed it. And Tim's volleyed it almost dead on the floor from about chase the door.
Okay. Chisholm to Virgona. Oh, what a point that is. What a great cross-court volley from almost all the way up at the net. 15 love the servers. Dug out. Returned. Tim coming across and getting the reward there. 30 love.
Yeah, I think Tim's kind of really found his way into this game. You know, suddenly he's taking ball with Camden, feeling like he's got the movement,
called that
he's got
one.
the pace. Yeah, absolutely.
Confident enough to call it and get over there. And a dead on in reply.
It's the third in a row that Steve's trying to go down the line on. I mean, that one getting a good result. A little fortuitous off the frame.
15-30. Tried it again. Killed in the quarter. 40-15.
Yeah, nice opportunity players there from Cam.
Showing their class at the minute, stretching perhaps away in this third set.
Chase, better in 5.
Past him for a trace. A relaxed Camden now, hand in pockets. Trotting down to the other end. As we look in the side gallery, you get a sense of how fast from those heads, you really get a sense of how fast the ball's moving. Which you actually don't usually by the commentary. That was great.
Lewis's neck turning pretty speedily there. Keep up with the pace.
I had a sore neck after Thursday watching.
Oh, just such a great volley from Tim. He just kind of crept up there.
Yeah.
Just looks like makes it look
Camden,
so effortless from a
Camden on that.
Hell of a ball.
40,
and they swap over for Camden to kill.
Yeah,
Chase better than 5.
Better than 5. Sort of neither one thing or the other, that chase. What have they got? Wins it with a hazard chase.
Great finish there from John. Knew he had all the hazards open.
30-40.
Nice finish.
30-40. Thank you.
Ball left by John.
Steve hazard second.
Hazard second.
Might wanted better than that with a clean shot off the penthouse.
40-30.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of a signifier of how much Tim and Cam have got back into this match, and kind of they got their consistency back as well, which is especially in the first set. You know, these guys were able to get points by kind of playing 3, 4, 5 in a row to Tim in particular. Because now that they're looking so much more consistent, they're feeling that little bit of extra pressure to go for winners. You know, not the greatest angle on winning gallery there.
Yeah.
Obviously, could have gone in and been a great shot, but small margins, especially from that side of the court.
Yeah, and Cam not exactly playing within himself, but certainly not feeling the need to put on the extra 10% and take risks. He's comfortable, keep staying at point, waiting for the opportunity. The grill from Cam could take the 4th game of this third set, 3-1.
Slightly funny point that Cam sort of going down the middle of the court trying to catch the others out, which didn't really pay off, but got him another bite of the cherry.
And
couple of loose
Tim
balls.
just content when it comes near him just to get it back, rack it up,
That's
solid.
Such a short swing as well, makes it so consistent.
straight for the winning gallery. Good as 15 love.
Yeah, in particular, John and Steve just trying to put a bit more on it, trying to find those galleries and just hitting that penthouse above them with a bit too much regularity at the moment as a result.
They need a plan B. What do they find? The net. Little bit fortunate. 30 love. Down. Play rising to a level of abstract art there, I think. It's unbelievable, the angles that these players are able to find. It's just incredible.
30 all.
First volleys Tim's missed in a while.
Yep, he's been very solid, and it's made the difference. 30-15 the servers lead.
Second gallery.
Take the gallery. More first trace.
Last gallery.
There again.
Good strike from John to get the second chase. Last gallery as well. Gives them a pretty good chance of taking the next couple of
Yeah,
points.
one feels if they're going to stay in this first day of this final, Steve and John have got to find something here.
Yeah.
Momentum shifted. Their opponents look comfortable.
I mean, you can see even at this point here where that ball went into the corner, they just really kicked off both the walls. Cam just having to do that bit of extra work to be in the right position, but it feels like he's doing that more now than he was earlier on.
Cam issuing instructions there, mostly to himself, I have to say. 30 all second. John takes his time. Serves.
Oh, what a rally.
Pressure applied, response received. 40-30. Camden and Tim for a 4-1 lead. They must beat last gallery. In the dead on, that'll do.
That'll beat any chase.
Game. That's 4 games to 1.
That's true. 4-1. 3 in a row. After an extraordinary start with a 6-love bagel in Lumley and Virgona's favour, the defending champions are fighting back. Crowd now getting behind Lumley and Virgona. John, of course, the only British player left on court. So we'll claim him for the home supporters, I think. Fahey to the corner. Yeah. Once again, he just looks like he's got more time on the ball than anyone else on court. That landed better than 2, but it's 15 love the servers.
15 love servers.
Steve persisting with the short serve from out the court. And it gets him the point there. 30 love.
Little fudges there. It was quite a high one, so Tim had quite a lot of room to hit it. Finds the net.
Look at that. Lumley and Virgona still up in points, even though they're a set and 4-1. Well, it's 1 all in sets and they're 4-1 down. From that extraordinary first set. Let's go back.
Tim looking galleries, doesn't find it.
40 love, 1-2.
40 love. Still the same pattern as the previous set with Lumley and Virgona fighting back. I want to make sure, as I'm not on for the last of today's sets, I want to make sure I've mentioned Lloyd Pettifer, who's been assistant pro and many other things here at Morton Morrell for many years. He is off to pastures new. He's going to be the visiting pro up at Falkland in Fife in Scotland, but he marked his last match of amateur tennis earlier today, and everyone here sends their best wishes to Lloyd, and we'll look forward to seeing him in the sunny Scottish countryside on the only court with no roof.
Absolutely, best wishes to Lloyd. Was that the amateur doubles final he marked?
It was, yeah, the handicap doubles.
How did that one go, Chris?
And we're trying not to remember. 40 love, the receivers. Just off the top of the net, wins the chase.
That's one way to win a chase. So still 40-15, but another stroke of fortune.
There've been a few, haven't there? Or maybe it's just that when you're down, it feels like they're all going against you.
It absolutely does.
Oh, what a mistake there. The pressure's telling.
Yeah, he's just trying to do again 5 or 10% more.
Yep. When you're on top, it's easy, and then when you're fighting back, it's very difficult. 30-40. Awkward here. Wins them a chase.
Yeah, Tim just not quite able to get back to that one quick enough. Sees the chase. Pretty significant there. I mean, this game, 40 love up, was looking quite comfortable for John and Steve. 40-30 with a worse than 5 chase, still a pretty good chance now to close it out.
You can see Tim is being caught out when the ball whips round off the walls fast. He isn't quite able to react at the same speed as the other players, and those are the shots that gave Lumley and Virgona joy in the first set.
He's able to predict so well, and I think it's like the slight unpredictability with the new balls is the other players with great footwork can kind of adapt a little bit better than he can.
Yeah, you can make an error and still get there. As we saw from Steve there.
Again, just another uncharacteristic forehand error from Steve. Perhaps trying to do a little bit too much on it.
After it's dug out the grill, so that's deuce. And one thing Camden and Tim have been doing is winning these deuce games.
Yeah, John and Steve just successfully targeting Tim a little bit there again. Just a couple of shots you would normally play.
You saw there wasn't much on that volley. He just put the racket in the ball, but it went in the right direction. So advantage the servers.
Out of court.
Oh, great first get from Steve from behind, but
it
costly.
Was almost in the winning gallery to win the game, and Tim predicted it, dived up the court and dug it out.
Second deuce. Force brings rewards. Advantage the receivers. This for a 5-1 lead in the third set.
Second gallery.
And second gallery. And remember, of course, Camden and Tim were 40 love down in this game, and they now have a chance to take it.
Yeah, I mean, if they take this game pretty huge psychologically and pretty much nailed on winners of the set at that point, 5-1.
If it is 5-1, are we back in the game of both sides trying to manipulate who serves to who?
I
Or
think
because this has been a one-sided set as well, are we past that and both players will just take what they can?
I think a little bit. I think they'd definitely prefer to be at the receiver's end if they can choose. So, you know, you might see maybe a double fault on the last point, for example.
Advantage servers. Chase.
A conceded point on the last point, perhaps. But yeah, sets have gone both ways now. It's slightly less significant.
Juice.
So it's not 5-1 yet. We're still at juice for a third time in this game.
Oh,
beautiful.
Fist bump from Tim.
Beautiful jumping volley there. Kept himself so balanced despite being 2 feet off the ground.
Second chance to take this game.
Juice.
Another advantage to the servers. Lumley and Virgona clinging on by their fingertips here. For the third time of asking.
Advantage servers.
Chisholm gets his instructions from Riviere. Serving for this game. Straight in the winning gallery. Maximum cowbell. 5-1.
There we go. Very little reaction from Cam there. He's pretty businesslike. He wants to take this set, stretch out a 2-1 lead in the match.
Yeah, concentrating hard.
Oh.
Sheer pace will help.
Well, it does there. The third time of asking. Cam did pretty well to dive across and scoop one back. Tim got the first force nailed at him back, but the third one gets the point.
Both markers in unison there, calling fault.
We're certainly not seeing 4 balls put away into the net on purpose by John.
There's also an element, of course, putting time into Tim's legs. That stays in.
Absolutely. I mean, across both today, but also the 2 days is yeah, they want to as much as possible make Tim play 4, 5, 6 in a row, and yeah, any game's a good chance to do that. Wow, interesting contrast on the chases laid there.
Yeah, it shows Camden and Tim have been effective at getting the service end.
Yeah, Steve really injected a bit of extra heat this game, but a bit more successfully and accurately than the previous game. That one running past Cam for a chase. So often you see him outpaced by a ball, but it does happen. There was that beautiful little jumping grill there from Tim. Great control. Great control.
Two longish aces, 15 love to the new servers, who are trying to find a foothold in this third of 9 sets. First one is better than the last.
Time, please.
30 love. No, it's more than a yard worse.
30 love, chase more than a yard worse than the last gallery.
the chase. So for the second game in the row, Lumley and Virgona are 40 love up. And the points count roughly equal there. Can they get this game? They can.
There you go, a little extra bite. Camden the one trying to turn on it and just getting caught out this time. So that
2-5.
cleans up that game efficiently.
That's 2
John and
games
Steve
to
not
5.
giving up on this set yet. They're still pushing.
One game at a time. Virgona serves. One fault.
Interesting sort of shorter attempt at his inverted railroad there. He usually hits that one from much further back.
We had an inverted caterpillar in the semi-finals, so names for inverted
Pillar
railroads very
Cat,
welcome.
Pillar
Yeah.
Cat, I believe, is the new name, courtesy of Lewis Williams.
Talking earlier about finding doubles lines there. They're trying to thread between the players and just not getting there. 15 love receivers. 3 points for the set.
Yeah, there you go. This is more typical positions. The second time that Tim's been undone by that serve with a clean ace. The last time it hit the back wall quite low and dropped in front of him. That time it's hit the floor and kicked away past his backhand. Good serve from Steve.
And another good serve. Tim under pressure.
I think the psychological element there as well. You know, no one likes to air shot a return a serve, and perhaps creeping into Tim's mind.
It's harder.
There you go.
Perhaps no surprise that Tim opted to take a chase there, get away from that serve.
Yeah, he just moved a lot better there. You know, he could see he was going to have to move a little bit more to deal with that.
So
the spin on
30-15
that
the
serve.
servers, one chase pending.
Oh, great volley from Tim. Lovely weight on it. Put it to a real nice nagging length down this service end.
Did look whether Steve could have done more with that volley. He had time on it. It's 30 all, still one chase. 5-2 in the set. That just comes over, so 2 chases. John indulging in the traditional professional sport of throwing a ball at a ball that's near the net in the hope of hitting it. Very rarely actually achieved. We find ourselves at a crucial point on this first final day. Remember, we have 4 sets today. It's 1 set all after very early 6 love in just 12 or so minutes. And then a fight back from the champions in the second set, and they're 5-2 up in this. They're winning the crucial points. They're getting to deuce, and they're winning the deuces. They have a chance to take the set now on the service. 30 all. And we have the first gallery in the line, so 2 big chasers. Cam gets that back, buys the error, cheers himself on.
Cam's fired up there. A bit of a stare down with Steve. Big come on for the unforced error.
First set point, chase the line. Playing the grill to win the set. Camden stands at the net and screams at his opponents, at the grill, at the ball, at the court, about pretty much anything in front of him.
Big celebration from Cam. Stares down Steve. He's pretty hyped.
Champions take the second set, and the players will take a short break into this 4th set. And of course, the choice of server will be crucial. Benedict, I will leave you to it. Enjoy the rest of the tennis. I will hand back over to the one and only Mr. Robert Schenkman.
Just perhaps the mic catching there. Cam wasn't best thrilled with Steve's big force at the dead on from up in the hazards. It did hit the net, but perhaps the intention he's not thrilled with. So he was fired up. A couple of stare downs at Steve there. He's come out on top. Good dead on defence, and then finding a grill to clean up the set. So a great response from a slightly poor first 13 minutes from the world champions, getting themselves into it. A tactical switch up, keeping the receiving end, changing the pairings, paying dividends. They took the second set and they took the third set, almost identical in time and indeed identical game scores. So it is Love 6, 6-2, 6-2. The reigning world champions are 2 sets to the 1 to the good on day 1. I'm Benedict and I've been joined for this fourth and final set of the day, once again by Robert Shankman.
I mean, interesting. It's been a quick match. We've been playing for barely an hour and a half, and that's 3 sets, and you don't normally get that in doubles. I mean, that set flew by. I literally had some food and sort of missed the first 2 games, and then went out the back, and it was 4-1, and it's like, just went quickly, didn't it, mate?
Went quickly. You see here, talking of quick, we see Camden speed up the court. Drop shot attempt to beat Chase the line, inventive. He got there, popped it in the grill, and then gave a bit of an angry shout at Steve just for good measure. There you go, that's a friendlier looking Camden. Off to the cameraman. What do you think about what do you think about the sort of the energy there in those last few points? Everyone's fired up, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, this last set, I mean, Rob always used to talk about the final set of a World Championship day when it's 4 sets, and I think in all of his World Championships he managed to win that final set. Just takes a bit of momentum into the next day, doesn't it? So this set seems key for both pairs, really. It would feel like a huge win if anyone can get this set.
Yeah, I mean, either way, we've got a match tomorrow. You know, 4 love is a pretty tough mountain to climb. Although Camden has done it once, but it's going to be 2-2 or it's going to be 3-1. Either way, both pairs are going to be very much in it, which is exactly what we want going into Sunday, the final day of the championship.
4th set. Camden to serve. John to receive. Level. Chase it up. Level.
Steve setting out his stall. Chase, first possible opportunity, get back down the serving end.
Fault.
It's the first one Tim's missed for a while.
Yeah, actually says leave it to himself. So, I mean, Camden does cover a lot, but he'd have been pretty hard pushed to.
I think he probably meant just
get into that one.
Give himself time off the sidewall. Didn't have to be a half volley.
Take it a bit later.
Chase. 2 yards.
We talked a little bit about fast starts. I mean, how important are these first couple of games in this 4th set for Steve and John, do you think?
Yeah, very. I mean, there's been a team who've got to 3 very quickly in both of the all of the first 3 sets actually. So, I mean, yeah, you just want to get on the board, build some momentum. I think in doubles it's hard to rattle off games. So just take what you can. Really.
Oh wow, what a rally. I mean, great reads. Steve leaving a bando, swept up by John. John managing to just sweep that one into the hazards. He puts up a little hand of apology, perhaps a tad fortuitous, but great tennis all round there.
Lost it.
Ooh, well left.
Well left by John. Don't want to get tagged on the ankle by one of those. Wow. I mean, John making that look so easy. Cam's nailed a pretty good main wall, which he's hit back dead way down the line. Then he's fired a drive volley.
I think maybe in the last 2 sets, John went a little bit safe on that ball. Just kind of pushed Tamba. He's gone hard grill there. It's paid off.
Big shout as well.
Wow.
Wow.
Steve picking up from out inside second gallery.
So yeah, and even though it's a few easy balls, it was making Tim play 4, 5, 6 in a row, drawing the error eventually with a hint of fortune. Again, Steve not loving that ball. Maybe a few just a bit misshapen after the whack around of the first 3 sets.
Here we go.
So I think it's not even having to put Tim under too much pressure, but making him play 4, 5 in a row is just enough to draw the odd error.
Tim's been pretty good at hitting door or first gallery, isn't he? Hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's getting frustrated at having to deal with too much down the receiving end, then pops one into the door. Good find.
That Tim serving to Steve combo, that feels vital again, because obviously in that second set we had Cam serving to Steve, and then in the it was in the third we had this combo as well.
So his backs has combo in the third, so you know, that was the big difference with the first, is that kind of Tim in particular managed to sort of counteract Steve's serving a little bit better, stepped in, drove a few, but Steve perhaps just managing to put a bit more rip on those again, just make it a bit more awkward.
Could just be the condition of the balls as well, they've been hitting a bit more.
Receivers lead, chase the door.
Yeah, it's well out by John from the grill, but the necessity to cover the hazards just meant that Cam could find a really nice main wall timbre into the gap. Great awareness as well as execution.
Wow. Amazing point. Tennis. Steve did everything there to pick that one off the back wall. Unbelievable gap.
30-40.
There's real tennis and there's unreal tennis. That was the latter. Great effort from Cam there. Ducking out the way of the ball and then hoping to get his racket round it on the follow-up, but he fires it out of court. So it is the 2-love speedy start that John and Steve would have desperately wanted.
Tough call. 2-love, this is huge. Let's see if they can go 3. Really stick the knife in.
Yeah, good find.
Lintott like that one, we can hear him.
Second gallery.
John and Steve got a bit more of a spring in their step this set, I think.
I think you're right about John, just putting a little bit more into his shots, not playing it quite so safe, and he was pretty fired up by that grill that he fired in. That seems to have just added a bit more energy to him. Steve is kind of getting the same energy bar as most of us there. Obviously going to be pretty happy. They've picked up a couple of games early. They'd love to go into day 4 at 2-all. Great ride that these guys had. Cam finishing off with a beautiful little winning gallery. Great hands.
Error.
John perhaps caught in 2 minds whether to go back at Tim or trying at winning gallery, but it's a little bit low as a result.
Oh no, 2 types of leave.
30 love.
Oh, too good. Wow, lip. Some amazing reads there. John calling himself off the ball. Steve reading it behind him. Steve then hitting Bando. But I mean, you can see all that at home. What a rally.
I think half the dead-on thought that one was in the grill. Just staying tight to the wall.
This one probably Tim and Cam's game. They've been faultless, really.
Don't see many matches where Tim Chisholm's tracksuit comes off.
He came off early doors.
Came off early doors. He's into this one. Yeah, the arm thermal as well. I mean, I think that's definitely something that's he's had to do to adapt to the balls and the court. He's had to move around a lot more than typically, so remains to be seen if that.
He's probably played more balls than Cam, hasn't he?
Yeah. Maybe puts a bit of tightness in the legs for tomorrow, but remains to be seen. A PK attempt from Camden though.
Oof, a rare miss from Cam.
15-40.
Couple of volley errors in a row from the number 1 seed, so still a little bit of life in this game.
That's going in. A couple of times today, Cam's gone right side of the timber trying to bend it main wall timber, but I think he'd have been smarter going for that tight angle just inside timber to the left, trying to crush the ball against that side wall so Steve can't cut it off. But I mean, it's five margins, isn't it?
Gave him the angle for the gallery there, as you say. And suddenly 40 love down to 40-30 with a chase to defend. It's, you know, Steve and John would be psychologically huge if they could win this game. Stretch out a 3 love lead from 40 love down. First gallery though, so quite a lot of options both sides of the net. Needs to be a tight first serve. Well marked.
40-30, this feels big, doesn't it, Ben?
Big.
Oh yeah, finding that open space, that's really got the crowd going.
Juice. Chase, better than 4.
played.
Second gallery.
Steve did well to deal with that net cord.
Score is Juice.
Yeah, good finish there from Steve, finding the space between Cam and Tim. He'll be slightly annoyed that they've let this game slip away back to Juice, but they're back at the service end. Got a couple of chases to defend.
It's kind of how doubles goes, though, isn't it? You just can't, even though you've got the momentum, it's 40 love. With a change of hands, you can just lose a few points. Well played, John and Steve.
Yeah, very encouraging.
I thought with that bando coming down that they would due another one, because obviously remember in that last game Steve had a bando that worked to Cam and Tim's favour.
And another.
That's a good. That's an unbelievable finish.
Cam missing the grill wide. Chance for Steve, but Tim bailing him out. Back to Juice.
Wow.
That's the second. So a second backhand volley over his shoulder.
That must have been bending in, to be honest. Tougher ball than it looked.
That Cam's missed in the last couple of games. It's not an easy shot, but they usually make those. That one not finding a bando into the grill.
Chase the door.
I mean, the longer this game goes on, the more significant it feels. Feels like a kind of very tactical back and forth, lots of chases.
Steve, you won't want to see two of those choices again. Pushing it long, missing the dead on, and then that main wall a little bit forced. I mean, he did well to turn inside it, gave himself a realistic shot, but just too hard, out of court. I think we still at 2-love, or is it 2-1?
Still at 2-love, chance for 2-1 here. But yeah, Camden, big fist bump after that rally. He was under a lot of pressure there. You know, Steve and John had him on the ropes, but he just stuck in long enough for an error from Steve, as you say, that main wall off the penthouse, just firing out of court. He'll be annoyed. The beautiful little grill finish from Tim there off the backhand volley. So chance for 1-2.
Advantage to the receivers. Chase the door.
It's just flipping back and forth, this one. Amazing get from John. Amazing get.
The bando that swings the momentum once again. It was almost in second gallery, but it's back to Juice once more. The fourth Juice of the game.
Out of court.
Oh, you don't see that very often from Tim. Certainly not this set.
I mean, we can't be far off this game taking longer than the entire first set.
Yeah, someone will have to check on YouTube for us. saved so many game points there. Fought back and they take a 3-love lead. I mean, were they 40-15 down in that game?
They were 40-love down in that game. They've wrestled it back from 40-love to take a 3-love lead. That could be huge psychologically.
Massive moments in this World Doubles Championship.
Dives up to the gallery, fires it at Camden's feet. He can't get it back.
No way. That is insane. That ball didn't bounce. Steve volleying that off the bando, I think.
When lots going your way, it's all going your way. Again, a missed gallery, a missed dead on.
Yeah.
Just by such fine margins.
Very much reactionary at the moment from Steve. It's all going well. It's all going well.
Yeah.
When's it going to turn off? Do you know what I mean?
Is it? Great bobble. Could be out of court. No.
That is an unbelievable point. That was like a paddle tennis rally with Steve smashing at the front, coming back off the back wall, Tim picking it up. Oh, that's amazing. I wonder if Steve could have left that ball off the penthouse. Would it have dribbled all the way over the net for a lost point? Probably not.
$15 receivers lead. Hazard worse than a yard.
Wow! John finding strings, Tim making the error. I think we're seeing a bit of a shift. Tim missing a few more balls. Good.
Service point. Service point.
Yeah, good finish. Sort of stem the flow. It was looking at 5 points in a row otherwise for John and Steve. So back to 15-30.
Ooh, I think it was in.
Yeah, blink of an eye from 2-love and looking like 2-1. Could be 4-love.
Time, please. Yes, come on.
That won't help though. Big come on from Cam.
That's 30-40.
One more game ball. Great choice down the middle from Steve.
I wonder if that ball was going to go out above the grill, but it didn't.
It wasn't. He kept his focus well. A couple of good leaves on the timbre covered by John. Finds the chase. Big baseball swing there.
Chase was worse than 2.
Surely they can defend this and go 4-love up, Ben.
Got to be. It's got to be a good serve. They would be kicking themselves if they let Tim find a dead on here.
I'm calling juice.
40-30.
I'm calling juice, mate.
4-love.
Chase worse than 2.
As we enter the 23rd minute of this scintillating fourth set.
This has definitely been the best set so far.
There it is.
Making the throw cool as you get racing one. Full of them, full of.
Full of. Are they looking at another bagel set as the first? Or can the number 1 seeds claw their way back into this one?
Oh!
He's there. He read it well.
He's already seen that early, hasn't he?
He does so well at reading those balls and just diving up, getting his racket in the way. Great serve from Steve, set that one up. Got a slightly tame return from Cam. Able to dagger that one down at the base of Tambo.
That's peak John Lumley. Peak John Lumley. You cannot underestimate how hard those retrievers are. Main ball, straight, control volleys, all below the penthouse. Amazing work.
30-15.
Stayed in.
Tame ball off the Tamba. John gets the chance and buries the grill after a really drawn out third game. They are flying towards this fourth set. Well covered by John, because that took a nick off the net and could have been very.
I thought I was giving that court dead on.
Awkward. I thought it was for a second, but it is 5-love. I don't think we're going to see 4 in the net in a row here, do you? Oh, we might be. No way.
No way we
Tim
are.
and Camden are setting themselves up for day 2.
Oh, amazing. I wondered if they were going to do that. Because, of course, we're going to go back tomorrow. And
we're back tomorrow, and they are so keen on the right setup.
30 love.
Steve attempting to get the hazard if he can with a long serve. What's he going to try? What's he going to try?
He should just try for a tag here.
Double fault. Oh, what serve?
This has got to be it. The quick railroad.
Wow.
Let's see what he can do.
Long railroad.
Camden, of course.
Run it away from Tim. Oh, nearly. Catches it. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. What a day of tennis. We have seen absolutely everything you can see on the court. John and Steve, they've ended on a high. Look at that, 2 bagel sets against the world champions. How often does that happen? 2 sets all. 6-love, 2-6, 2-6, 6-love. We are a completely level 2 sets apiece going into tomorrow. Tim lets out a right smile. He played beautifully for those middle 2 sets there, but just too good from Steve and John in the first and last sets, both ending with 4 tactical balls in a row into the net. That is how important the return of serve has been here today. Both sets taken by John and Steve with the lefty-righty combo. Steve serving to Tim, John serving to Cam. Second set rather, where the momentum shifted in a huge part because of Cam and Tim being able to control the receipt of serve. So, as we set up tomorrow, I think it's pretty likely we'll see them going for lefty-lefty, righty-righty on the serve and return. Let's have a little look at the set 4 summary there. A ridiculous 83% serves won from John and Steve. Just fired in some grills, 2 winning galleries, just putting huge amounts of pressure on Tim and Cam down there. Obviously helped by that whitewash last game, 4 easy balls in a row. No dead-ons there. Didn't spend quite so much time down the receiving end. 31 from the service end. As we look at the whole day's stats, a pretty big gap on points won and serves won. And that's partly because of the 2 sets John and Steve winning being bagel sets apiece. The 2 that Cam and Tim won, 6-2, 6-2. So some really interesting swings of momentum there. Not a single tight set between the four of them. Looks like the fourth set might be a real close one, as Tim and Cam were poised to bring it back to 2-1, but great resilience from Steve and John to keep in that one, drag it back to deuce after a momentous effort of 4 deuces, closing that out to get to a 3-love lead and finishing super strongly today. So a great game of tennis, tactical back and forth.
If you guys want to get off, you can.
The better of the first set definitely going John and Steve, executing their game plan to perfection, having chosen to receive. John and Steve will be serving first tomorrow though, as Cam and Tim take the receiving end for day 2, as we see Rob Shankman go on court to interview Steve and John and ask them what they thought of the day's proceedings.
So I guess best of 5 match going into tomorrow. John, you're just going to rest up, chill out, same again?
Yeah, rest up. That was, I think, the fastest 4 sets in any World Championship doubles there's ever been, I think, right? Like, that was, I think, including warm-up as well, I think. So, yeah, rest up. I might string a few rackets just for fun, and yeah.
Yeah, Steve, you have to go to the gym, like get some conditioning.
Exactly, got to hit the gym a little bit, but no, yeah, looking forward to watching that match again tonight and figure out what went right and what didn't go.
Boys, fantastic, really well done.
So what a day of tennis, and Rob Shankman going across the other side of the court. I think going to try and grab a word if he can with the reigning world champs, Cam Riviere and Tim Chisholm. So it is 2-all after this day 1, a situation they've been in a few times before. So they'll still be confident they can close out the tournament and come out the victors tomorrow. So a quick reminder, it is a best of 9 set match. We are at 2 sets.
That first set, amazing composure to keep it together. Cam, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, obviously not the ideal start, but I thought we regrouped well, or at least for 2 sets, and found some rhythm. I still don't think it was our best today, just very up and down level from us. But if we could play like that and end up at 2 sets all, I'm pretty happy.
Tim, do you feel like the kind of momentum swings are going to continue tomorrow, or just no idea what's going to happen?
We'll find out tomorrow.
Absolutely. Guys, it's going to be a cracker. Enjoy.
So both sides feeling confident ahead of tomorrow. They're both keen to win this World Championship. What a day of tennis we've had here at Morton Moral Real Tennis Club. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon, same time, pre-match show from 12:45 and the match kicking off at 1:30. Do not miss this one. We'll see you tomorrow.